Civil rights lawyers and activists are calling for change in local police departments, and they're suing to try to make that happen. 10 News reporter Jared Aarons is in La Mesa, and attorneys say these lawsuits stem from recent protests.
In just the last hour, we've learned of 6 different lawsuits filed against the La Mesa Police Department, as well as San Diego PD and the Sheriff's Office for what people are calling unnecessary use of force during protests back in May. Most of them stem from the big protest that happened right here in the parking lot outside of La Mesa headquarters, where police used projectiles and tear gas to break up the crowd.
The manner in which these things were used, shot indiscriminately in crowds, these were lethal metal beanbag rounds that were fired at people and my clients.
Leslie Furcron is one of those clients. You may remember she was hit in the head by a beanbag. But we also learned about 5 others who hadn't come forward yet. They suffered things like broken fingers, severe cuts that required staples, contusions, and more when officers and deputies fired into the crowd at the La Mesa protest and at other crowds and protests around San Diego. The lawsuits call for money damages, but also changes to laws and police tactics. In fact, the ACLU and several other civil rights groups joined the call today, saying it is time for police to change their culture.
Anybody who embraces this movement is, unfortunately, under the current police culture, viewed as an enemy, and they're treated accordingly.
The culture of policing needs to change, and small reforms are not going to do the job. There have to be systemic cultural changes in policing. It is a culture of force and violence.
Because the news conference announcing these lawsuits just ended, we haven't had time to reach out to the police departments or the sheriffs to get their thoughts on it. We hope to have their response later today. In La Mesa, Jared Aarons, ABC 10 News.